Patricia Breaziel with door-to-door transportation services here in the studio with us. We will be recapping her wonderful event, the Visionary Experience, that took place this past Saturday at the beautiful Laurel Hall. We also have Morrow here, who is also a motivational speaker and an author, to just kind of discuss his books he has out for the ladies and a little bit for the fellas, called Just Listen, King Speaks, and Just Listen, King Speaks More Intense. Then we have the wonderful, sultry, and sensual voice of Morrow-Ali Cheri here.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. I'm just so excited to have you here. I've been ranting and raving about your event all week, posting pictures on Instagram, Facebook, and everything. And I was just so excited to be a part of that event and to cover that event. So I, of course, invited you on the show to talk a little bit more about the event and also to kind of share your experience as a female entrepreneur with a lot of people out there in the audience, because they may not know that on top of throwing such awesome events that inspire women here in the city of Indianapolis, you yourself have paved the road to become an entrepreneur in your own right.
What made me do the Visionary Experience was because I wanted to bring women together to inspire each other,
right,
empower one another, and network, get to know people, because it's only my first year in business, which is doing really awesome, and I just wanted to get that feeling.
Yeah, share that with other women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, we do have a surprise recap that we're going to want to show you that TSM, Tahlia Speaks Media, put on. So we are going to show you that recap before we get in the thick of the event and kind of share that with our audience. So we're going to put the video together. Hope you guys enjoy.
All right.
Hello, it's TSM here covering the Visionary Experience located at the beautiful Laurel Hall in Indianapolis. We have so much in store for you guys, and we are excited to be here with all these female visionaries. Stay tuned.
They look amazing too. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm grateful to just be able to be up here and share with you ladies. And don't worry, I don't care what they look like. My waist looks small, got a big good girl on the I ain't got nobody to write no real Bible. But it's like although they didn't change his they all developing and cocoon at a different time.
So as you can see, quite a bit went on and went
Yes.
into so many funny, so many hard things that tugged at our heartstrings. I think I was in tears a couple of times, and I think that's the important thing about bringing women together. I think there's a quote by Felicia Rashad, I don't know verbatim, but anytime you bring women together with one common purpose, and that purpose was for all of us to network and learn from each other. There was no shade, there was no jealousy, there was no cat fight as far as I knew. But it was just all positive energy. Everybody was so welcoming. Everybody just, was ready to network, passing out a business card. So kudos to you for doing that.
Well, thank you.
So what's next? Do you foresee this happening annually or?
Yes, just look forward to things coming from the Visionary Experience. There are things coming in the making really soon.
Well, awesome. I can't wait. Hopefully TSM will get a little inside scoop on that, guys. We can't tell. So, I'm going to take a quick break. And when we come back from break, what we're going to do is just talk about your path to entrepreneurship, how you started, because it takes a big leap of faith to go into business for yourself and to trust yourself and trust your judgment. So I'm sure a lot of people in the audience out there, a lot of the viewers want to hear your story. So we'll take a quick break and come back.
All right, thank you.
But now we're going to dig a little deeper because, as she was saying before the break, she put this event together for women to inspire each other and to help each other achieve their dreams, whether it's opening a restaurant, starting a new business, being the best mom you can be, the best wife. That's what that event was about. So I wanted to give Patricia just a chance to kind of tell how she started her path to entrepreneurship.
All right. I want to say that when I started this journey, 2 years ago, if you would have asked me if I was going to be a business owner, I would have told you no. I grew up, my mother was a single parent for a little while, and then she married my stepfather, and I have 4 other siblings. So it was really kind of rough around the house, even though my parents went to work every day. It was just hard, on times. Yeah. Times were just hard.
Yeah.
I had very little education. I did drop out of school at a very early age, head on. I did drop out, and I found myself kind of lost in the world. I dropped out in 9th grade. I didn't even know algebra. Mm-hmm. Once I got older and started trying to find jobs and trying to find my way, and then had a baby, it was really hard. And even then, my mom used to tell me, I told you so, I told you so. And let me just say that I have a very, very strong mom. And I know that right now she would be very happy because my mom passed away in August of 2014. So with that, I know that was part of the reason that gave me strength to press forward. And before my mom passed, she was sick, but I was going to get my GED, which I got my GED in a correctional institution. Once I got my GED and I got out, and I still kind of wasn't on the right path, but once I got on the right path, I'm going to Ivy Tech for transportation logistics management. So this was always a dream of mine further down the road. I did not know that door-to-door a year later was going to be this lucrative. I did not know door-to-door was going to be this successful. Now, I'm not nowhere near perfect, or, I'm still a work in progress because, mind you, I've had several falls. I can be evil sometimes. I can be,
As we all.
Yeah, I have been the one to steal clothes. I have been the one to smoke weed. I've been the one to drink alcohol. I've been the one to do all of these things. So I'm not nowhere near perfect, but I'm work in progress, and I see God working through me and on me.
Talk about it, girl. Talk about it. Sometimes, y'all, if y'all have been watching my show, we will have church on the stage now. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Yes, there's no testimony without a test. I couldn't be more excited to be here on the show today, more excited to tell you about the visionary experience. But my excitement comes from door to door. Right. I'm excited about door to door. That is like my baby. I eat, breathe, sleep door to door. So I'm just, I really want people to know about that. Right. And that was another reason for doing the event, because we do take people to the airport for local business owners who have traveling and things like that. So
right.
We transport kids for the single mom. We take them to practices. We take them to school. Wow. All of that type of thing we do. We don't just do medical.
Right. Wow. Well, I will tell you one thing. I did not expect you to come on the stage and have such a powerful testimony, because, you just never know. People don't look like what they're going through. When she was at that event, she was just so graceful, beautiful. I'm like, this woman, she just put all this together. But she had a story to tell, and her being on this stage today was meant to be, because there's somebody out there that needs to hear that no matter if you drop out of school, if you have a baby in high school, if you sold drugs, if you went to jail, you still can change your life and you can make a difference in somebody else's life. So I just want to I want to get up and hug you, but I know I'm emotional, so if I start hugging, I might start crying, so we're not going to do all that. So I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. You said thank you for being on the show, but I want to thank you for your presence here, because guaranteed somebody out there that heard that, A, probably didn't know, and B, was touched. by that story. And I know it took a lot for you to open up, you know, to tell that piece of your life. So, so what would you say to a young man or a young woman out there that may be going through some of the things that you've gone through, maybe have lost a parent, have been in jail, have dropped out of school? What advice would you give them to try to push through that and become the best person they can be?
I would only say to depend on God, because through God we can do anything. I would say there is so many times where I just have it rough and don't know what am I going to do, how am I going to do it. But I send that prayer up, and when I say it gets answered, and I don't know how God does it, but I'm telling you, I would just say rely on your faith, you know, focus on your vision, and just pray and leave it there with God and let Him work it out. If you try to work it out, it may not go as He planned.
Right.
But I know with everything that God does, He has a plan before we even know it.
So you mentioned that you have a family, you're a wife, and you have kids. Mm-hmm. How do you balance all of being a business owner and being a wife and a mother? How do you balance?
Well, I will honestly say, if you're married and you're building a business, there has to be understanding.
Right.
And my husband, he always says a dream can work. Teamwork will make a dream work.
Right.
So we kind of work together with our kids. I mean, there's times we start as early as 4 a.m. So there's times when, okay, I can't be a mother. I'm door to door right now.
Right.
And I thank God every day that I do have my husband, or sometimes he's door to door, and I'm just playing the mom role.
You also do some work in the community and with organizations.
Yes.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about that.
I have in the past, when I was doing my transportation, I worked for a non-for-profit organization, mm-hmm. and also during holidays we always give gift cards and food and stuff to families.
Right.
But today I wanted to give a token, not just to a friend, but to someone who I know mm-hmm. cares about her organization, the young girls in her organization.
Right.
And when I say these girls are like her own, they are. I mean, I could just tell you, like the other night, we're out looking for clothes for the Visionary Experience, and it was late, and she said, you know, we stopped at Target. She said, I had to get a calculator for one of my girls and take it to her house at 9 o'clock at night, 9:30 at night. She didn't care what she had to do today. Mm-hmm. That day, she made sure that she stuck to her word to make sure that child got what they needed.
Right.
So
what is? Tell us a little bit about this organization. What is the name and this lovely person that you're speaking about? Tell us a little bit about her.
The name of the the name of the organization is Prestigious Princesses, mm-hmm. and it's owned by a friend, by a business partner, by a person who gives me consults, a marriage counselor, and everything else. But her name is Joy Day.
Joy Day.
Mm-hmm.
Joy Day.
Mm-hmm.
So Joy Day is here with us in the audience, and like Patricia said, she wanted to show Joy a token of her appreciation. If you want, we can stand up and have Joy come up on the stage, and you might want to get back here so they can see us. Okay, that's fine. So it's on the table back there, the surprise. So it's totally fine. It's totally fine. I'll grab it.
Because I didn't tell her. I told her, you know, I want you to come on the show.
I
need you to get footage.
So this
from
is truly
Instagram.
a surprise. Please just talk about it. Talk about what you're feeling right now.
Behind these tears. I'm sorry, I can't even see. I'm okay?
You look beautiful.
Okay. The organization, our girls need us to know that we believe in them.
Right.
And for you to put your hard work and hard-earned money behind these girls in such a way will propel them in so many ways. This will take us further than what I even thought. Like, this is huge. And I did not expect it. So I really, really I appreciate it, because we can do so much more in tutoring and advancing them, getting them books, getting them things that they need and deserve, because our girls need us. As we're going forward, they need to know we're pulling them with us.
That's right. That's right. So tell people out there how to look you up and your organization a little bit about it. You have a couple minutes.
Yes. You can look us up at www.prestigiousprincesses.org, or on Instagram, Prestigious Princesses, or on Facebook, facebook.com/Prestigious Princesses. We're enrolling right now for 2017. We are almost at capacity for 2017, so if you're interested, you need to go online and enroll today. Because we take in girls from 6th through 10th grade. We're focusing on making integrity-based decisions. We're doing confidence coaching. We're bringing a lot of women, such as Tahlia and Patricia, 2 young girls in front of them, because we believe that they need to see women who are doing great things and look like them. But we take all girls. However, we are focusing on our community because we believe we need it the most.
Good. So guys, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have Morrow-Ali Cheri performing a song for us. The songstress is gorgeous inside and out, as well as her voice. We'll be right back.
I remember you back from high school. Ooh, you were so rude, and of course I liked you. You dressed nice too, the boy with the fresh shoes. Yeah, you knew what to do. You put the game on me too. But here we are again. You like another friend, but I heard she got a man. So can I hold your hand and maybe one little dance will help you change your mind? Relax and unwind. Let's have a good time.
She's sticking around, and she will be performing again later on in the show. So thank you so much for that beautiful song. Tell the people what the name of that song was.
Did you enjoy it?
That song is called For You.
For You.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Miss
Thank
Allie,
you.
and we will be back with Tahlia's Speak Show. Tahlia's Speak Show. For you guys that just tuned in, I feel sorry for you because you missed a bomb first half of the show, but it's okay. I do want to thank Patricia Breaziel with Door to Door Transportation for coming in today and sharing her story. She also presented a donation to Prestigious Princesses organization here in the city. And I want to thank Ali Cheri for that wonderful selection For You. Lucky for us, she will be performing another song later on in the show. So I want to go on to our next interview. Today on the show we have Morrow. He is an author and motivational speaker who is author of a couple of really good books. One of them is Just Listen, King Speaks, and the other is Just Listen, King Speaks More Intense. So let's welcome Korrow to the show. Have a seat. So, thank you so much for coming on the show today to talk about these books. I did have a chance to read a couple excerpts out of them, and I will say they are juicy. But first I want to get into Morrow, the person. Tell the audience a little bit about where you're from.
Well, I was born in Chicago, born and raised south side of Chicago, 29 years old. Come from a broken home, Christian, family orientated, just a rough background in which I am the person I am today because of my background and how I was brought up.
What got you on the path to writing? Was that your outlet growing up the way that you did, or is it something you got into later?
Well, I started off an artist. I used to do music, rap, sing, and so I poetry. So I started writing as a young kid, and that's where I got my gift with knowing that I can write things and things that come to my mind. But being a kid, I never would have thought that I would have became an author.
Right, and a pretty good one at that. So you also say that you're a motivational speaker. What are some of the things that you kind of, because every speaker, every I don't want to say therapist, but people that try to reach people through their voices, they have something that like a genre or a particular subject that they're strong in. What is yours?
I would say knowing your worth. Basically telling people directly who they are.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't know their worth. Basically, I tell people with my voice, because they listen to me. That's why I call it just listen.
Right.
And by them listening to my voice, they start to recognize their worth.
Right. And definitely that's something that not only women, but men, sometimes, everybody needs to realize their worth, and not just in a relationship, but just in life in general. So what was your vision? I know you said that just listening and knowing your worth, but what was when you started to write these books, and we'll just focus on the first book, Just Listen, King Speak. When you started to write this book, what was your plan behind it, like when you started writing it down?
Well, Just Listen, the first edition, it was to basically show women their worth. Basically women, not men. It was just
okay, so
women.
Specifically towards women.
Because,
hear that, lady?
because in the past, I hurt so many women.
Okay.
So that was the reason why the first book was basically to the women.
Wow, so I want to get into the thick of the book because there was a couple of excerpts that I read, and I think that could resonate, like you said, with women especially, but I mean even with men. And this particular passage says, wanting someone who doesn't want you. You will miss your assigned king or queen messing around with the person who doesn't give you the proper attention. Some of you are even dating married men and women. Wait until he is free, because otherwise you are just entertaining a lie. Think about it. If you have the spirit of a girlfriend, men will only entertain you as just that, a girlfriend, someone to play with. But when you have the spirit of a wife, in due season your assigned mate will find you. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, it goes back to my experience and all the things that I've done through my life. Women would date a man that's married, and he would basically lie to him, giving him broken promises, telling him that, hey, I'm going to leave my wife one day, or I'm going to build a family with you. And so they'll believe it because that's what they hear, or that's what they were brought up to believe. So that's what, when I say stop entertaining someone that really doesn't want you, I mean basically leave. Stop listening, stop entertaining. Because by her listening and entertaining that guy, she's going to always be there. She's going to always be like, what do they call it? Side chick. You know, so that's what I meant by that.
Right. So have you had, I'm sure, because I looked at your Instagram, you have quite the following, and I'm sure some of them have read your books. Have you had women come to you and say, you know what, Corey, I don't agree with that you said, because, you know, it's different when you're in that situation.
Like the person that you're talking about, that you're describing, that says that, she comes to me and she asks me that question, but when she purchased my book and she reads it, she's totally, you know, awoken.
So there was another passage too in the first book. This one is more geared towards a relationship, and basically this is saying, you know, stop always making the first move and reaching out to people, especially if it's not being reciprocated. If you find yourself reaching out all the time, basically it says stop hitting people up. In other words, stop calling and obsessing. If the person is sincerely interested in you, he or she will miss you and call you. But if the person does not check on you frequently and consistently, then he or she simply is not interested. Stop being the one to always call, text, or the one who pays more attention.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, it says equally yoked.
Right.
So it's supposed to be halfway.
Right.
You know, not 20-50 or one person giving 100 and the other person's giving 10. It doesn't add up. It needs to be either 50-50 or 100-100.
Right.
You know, you need to keep it equal. You know, two people that work together, you know, it'll last. Some people, you know, they go 100 for someone that's not doing anything for them. So they're basically just being thirsty. You know, like, you know, you're just running after someone that's basically showing you they don't want you.
But what are some other examples that you would tell people out there about false relationships? Because honestly, and I think a lot of women can attest to this, not everything is so cut and dry like this. Like sometimes things aren't like, well, he's not hitting me up at all, but I'm hitting him up. Sometimes you get pulled into a situation where, you know, things look a certain way on the outside, but once you're invested, then you're like emotionally invested, and maybe you've been lied to and you didn't know, or you've been, you know, everything started out great and then it just
360. You know, if he leaves you or he's cheating on you and you know about it, get up, pack your bags, take your kids and leave.
Okay. So you think cheating is grounds for leaving?
Yeah, it's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable in your book. Okay, so that, and I will say that's a shocker. And I'm only saying it's a shocker coming from a man's standpoint. And sometimes even women, when you take those vows of marriage, especially with when their kids are involved, do you think, you know, we can work through this type of cheating or infidelity? But for you, it's like, it's a deal breaker.
It's in my books. Zero tolerance. You deal with cheating. You deal with a person beating on you or something like that, or down talking you. You will never grow. You know, you gotta let go of negative people like that, because if you deal with cheating, what happens when he has other kids by other women? You know, or he might just leave you like that and go marry another one. So my message is to people is zero tolerance. You know, somebody cheats and they keep cheating and you know they're cheating, get up and leave. Get up and leave.
Wow.
Make a change.
Okay. Right. Well, with that said, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to actually get into the second book, and this one is Just Listen, King Speaks, more intense. So if y'all thought the first book was intense in his advice, I can't wait to find out what's in the second book. We'll be right back with the Tahlia Speaks Show. We're going to go into the second book, which is more intense, as you see on the screen. But prior to break, you know, of course, Corey has some very strong opinions about relationships and cheating and zero tolerance for things that honestly a lot of people may be willing to get past. And you know, for you, where do you draw the line as things that are tolerable, that two adults can try to work through together, that's not necessarily grounds for dismissal or divorce or, you know, a breakup?
Well, it depends, you know, on recognizing their love, you know, the love language. You have to know what to accept and what not to. I will say it again. I think cheating is unacceptable with zero tolerance. You can accept that. Now, if they did it once, you can work with it. But I'm talking about repeatedly, over and over and over again. Cheating is just let them go. When I was younger and immature, I was the attitude. I was actually abusive. You know, I abused women. I cheated on women, multiple women. I did it all. Anything you can ever imagine, I've done it.
That takes a lot of courage to come on the stage and share that. So abusive as far as emotionally and physically, or just one? Both. Wow. So what was the breaking point for you? You were like, you know what? This is not the man that I am. I need to turn this around and make this a positive thing for me in my life. And I know you mentioned your dad telling you, you know, you had a gift, but was there a point in a relationship specifically where you were like, what the hell am I doing?
Well,
I need to get it together.
What really made me change was I lost good women. I lost my son's mother. She left me, and in losing her, I lost my son. Seeing him cry and ask me questions like, Dad, why are you and Mommy are not together? It hurt my heart. So losing them, and that's why I tell you, when a woman leaves, it can change a man's heart.
I think I have to agree with you on that. So with all this, dating and relationship talk, of course, your nice looking man seems to have things going for himself. You got a colorful Instagram with all these wonderful quotes and pictures. The ladies out there want to know: A, are you single?
Yes.
Okay, he's single. And B, what being a man that has come from both sides of it, being abusive, being a cheater, being disrespectful, to now being somebody that teaches women and in turn teaches men about how to be a better person, what signs to look for, things not to tolerate. What would you look for in a woman or a future wife?
Well, first and foremost, she has to be a God-fearing woman. She has to know how to, pick God first in anything. I was brought up like that. My mother's a pastor. My father was a pastor. So that's the first thing. Other than that, just basically, know how to be there for me. Be affectionate. Know how to, teamwork. Everything is a, team effort. I'm not too hung up. When I was younger, I was hung up on looks and stuff like that. But as you grow, I'm not. I do want to be physically attracted to my spouse, and I want to be able to look at her.
Of course.
But as long as you're a God-fearing woman and just know how to support me, that's pretty much it. I'm not, I don't ask for too much.
And what in turn can you offer a woman outside of, clearly you have a plethora of knowledge and advice, but what does Korrow, the person, what do you have to offer a woman?
Just everything. Financial stability, mental, stimulation. When she needs me to be there, I'm there. When she needs to talk to someone, I'm there to comfort her. I'm there to lead. I love to lead. That's why I lead so many people. But my wife, I lead her to God. We can, grow old together, travel the world, just live happily and raise a family.
All right. Well, you heard it, ladies. You see, if you're interested in Mr. Morrow, the criteria he has laid out for you. Okay. Well, before we close out, I know you said you had something for me, so I want to see what it is. I'm in suspense.
One of my T-shirts from my website.
Okay, cool. So, Queen up. All right. Y'all see it? Queen up. Thank you so much for that. So tell the people out there how to keep up with you, if you have any engagements, where they can find your book, buy your book, all that good stuff.
Well, you can head over to my website. It's KorroyMorrow.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, Mr_King87. Also on Facebook, Korrow Morrow. And my email is kingmorrow63@gmail.com if you would like to book me for a seminar at your school, church, or ceremonies.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have Morrow-Ali Cheri performing Secrets to close out the show. It's the Tahlia Speak Show.
Been trying too, 'cause you're stuck too. So help the Lord, 'cause you're stuck too. So you tell me you can keep a secret, well then mine is safe with you. What I've been trying to tell you, this is just a game for two, 'cause they don't know what we've been through. No, they don't know about the shit we do. I'm just trying to get unstuck with you. My mind has been right there too. It's been running. It's been running. It's been running. It's been running, running, running. It's been running, running, running. It's been running, 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 running. So you tell me that you kept my secret, and that no one knows the shit we do. But if you tell me that you're stuck now, I'll tell you I'm stuck too. Yeah, 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 I'm stuck too.
This girl is talented. Thank you so much, Allie, for
you.
being here and giving us that wonderful music for the show. Tell people out there how to keep up with you, where to find you, music.
I have videos on YouTube under Allie Orbaugh, which that's my last name. My stage name, I go as Allie Cheri. I also have a SoundCloud that's separate from that. That is Allie Cheri though, so if you look that up on there, I do have an original song on there. I'm going to be doing more work, so look out for me. I'm ready for this, and I am glad that I got to perform.
Yes, thank you. You certainly have the talent. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, Tahlia Speaks.